So we are going to start a series of videos that really help explain exactly how to take care of yourself. These videos are going to be specifically about self-massage. Now, I have next to me here a myriad of different tools that I have purchased and used over my time as trying to basically use myself to figure out, what's the best tool to be able to massage the, area of the body that really hurts, all right? So what I'm gonna do is kind of walk you through the basics of soft tissue massage, all right? A couple concepts that you really need to understand. The first disclaimer that I always throw out is that pain does not equal progress, all right? What do I mean by that? When you're self-massaging, it should hurt good, but it shouldn't hurt to the point where you either think or say inappropriate things, right? So it should hurt good, and you shouldn't cross that line. You should always stay in that zone of tolerance where it just hurts good, and if you get into that point where it's not tolerable, you need to back up, okay? Because pain is your body's way of telling you, hey, we're doing damage. We got to back off, right? Because you want to continue to take care of yourself in a way where you're continuing to progress. You don't want to make things angry and make things worse, right? So another thing that you need to know about self-massage is that when you're self-massaging, what you use, the harder it is, the more you're going to feel, all right? Another thing you need to know is that one thing we talk about is that when you're self-massaging, all right, you can use things that are flat or you can use things that are rounded, all right? If you take your thumb and you dig it into your forearm with a flat contact, you're not really going to get that deep, right? So a lot of times when you use a flat surface, when you're self-massaging with that, it's pretty superficial. You're not going to get it very much. But if I take the tip of my finger and I really dig in there, I can get all the way to the bone, right? So when you use something rounded, you're actually going to be able to get a little deeper. And it's also nice too because you're going to be able to get more specific. All right? So having said that, let me kind of walk you through some of the things that we use. All right? Now, some things that are flat that you can use. One of the old favorites is the stick. This is nice. It's very pliable, right? So you can actually bend it around certain surfaces, but it's flat, so it's not gonna get very deep. This right here is called a tiger tail, all right? This is a lot firmer, it does not bend. If you don't have a tiger tail, hey, man, you can even use a rolling pin to self-massage. And I'm not kidding. You can actually just use the rolling pin, but please clean it before you use it if you're gonna be cooking. Other things you can find are things that are a little more creative. See, this is called the Grid, okay? The Grid X. It's got a different texture. You've got little, they're almost like little nubs that kind of feel like fingers as you're rolling through. What's nice about this is it's got a really good grip so you can get pretty aggressive. Notice it doesn't bend, okay? If it's not gonna bend, you're gonna be able to really get in there well. Other things that you can use, all right? The standard foam roller, right? Now these come in different sizes, big, small, right? But notice they're flat. So you're only gonna get so deep into the tissue. All right, other things we have is another grid roller. I mean, you can see I got a lot here. It's gonna keep coming. One of my new favorites is called the Rolga, all right? Rolga, Amazon, yeah, good times. Notice this has a different contour, all right? It's not flat, and I'm gonna talk about this as we progress and we get into specific areas. The old reliable guys, a simple lacrosse ball. $3 at Dick's, or we have them here, and yep, we have our name and branded right on there. So you can have a real special McBrearty Family and Sport Chiropractic lacrosse ball if you come on into the office. Now, what's nice about these, they're firm, so you're gonna be able to get in there really well, but they're also slightly forgiving, all right? Now, there are things that are harder, like a softball. Notice the difference in the size. When we talk about how to use the right tool in the right area, we're gonna talk about different sizes of balls and why it's important to use the right size in the right area. There are also things like a body wrench. Look at this guy, it's a monster. What's really cool about it is I can take this apart, all right? I can use a singular one, or I can put two together, and now I have a basic peanut. Now, another simple version of this is you duct tape two lacrosse balls together. Works just as good, heck of a lot cheaper. All right, now with this body wrench, you can also do the same thing, but now you have two softball size balls. Can't really recreate that one cheaply unless you take two softballs together and duct tape them together. And I gotta be honest, that's really hard to do. I've tried several times. But if you get two people to do it, I'm sure you can make it happen. Other things that we use in my bag of tricks. We've got little guys like this. Notice how it's kind of nubby right there? Really good for the foot. Another thing that's really good for the foot, they call this the footsie. And we'll talk about it when we get to that. Other things that you can use. We have just recently purchased a plexus. All right, see this guy? It's 5 inches. This is perfect for actually getting in between the shoulder blades. They actually made this 5 inches specifically so you could get in between the shoulder blades. And one of the new things too, I mean, whoever thought this thing up is absolutely sadistic. I mean, look at this. You got basically rollerblade wheels, spring loaded, and you can just destroy your own body. Again, with intolerance, because it should hurt good. So these are all of the different tools that we have to be able to hit all these different areas of the body. Trust me, I have bought more, I have tried more, but these are the ones that we've actually kept around because we felt like they're the best. All right? Now, when you're actually starting your own self-massaging, simplest thing to get, a simple foam roller and a lacrosse ball. If you get a pack of 3, you can create singular and double, and we're going to talk about the differences with each. The only other thing you might want is a softball. So these are the basics, okay? As we go through the video, you're going to see there's a lot of different things that you need to do on different areas, and it's really important. I'm going to say it 1,000 times. You got to do the right thing the right way, all right? And that's what gets you the results that you want. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to roll out a whole bunch of different videos, and they're going to be area specific, you know, about the neck, the low back, the hips, the shoulders, the thighs, the lower legs, the feet. All of these different areas, we're going to walk through very basic things of how you can do simple things, self-massaging wise, to help, you know, just maintain your body. Because the goal is to keep you out of pain. You know, if you do the things that we're showing you in these videos and you're able to maintain your activity level with minimal pain, that's what we want. But if you're doing these things and you continue to have pain, that's when you know you need someone like us to get in there in a way that you just can't physically do yourself. So that's the goal. So I hope you guys continue to watch these videos, and you'll see there's a lot of different ways that you can take care of yourself. So we'll talk to you soon.